Welcome to Learner's Planet, my dear children. Children, in the previous session we discussed about the different types of rocks like igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, metamorphic rocks, and we also discussed about their examples. Right? So in today's session we will continue this lesson and we will discuss about minerals, their uses and lots of other things. Right? So let's start this session with the introduction to minerals. Yes. Children, as you know that our earth is covered with natural resources and we use these resources or sources in our everyday life in many ways. Right? But what is actually meant by minerals? Mineral is a naturally occurring inorganic solid with definite chemical composition and specific atomic arrangement. Does it seems very tough for you? Yes? Okay. Then let us simplify this definition. As you know, children, that our earth is covered with natural resources, right? And minerals make up a large percentage of these resources. And because of these large percentage of resources, we use minerals in everyday life. Right? It is an element that occurs naturally. Okay, let's take an example like when we see a glittering crystal in any museum, we would probably say that it is a mineral. But what a mineral really is? It is a naturally occurring substance or naturally occurring element. Yes, it is a naturally occurring element, right? Minerals are naturally occurring means they are not made by humans. Then we can say that they are inorganic, solid. Inorganic solid means, what can you say about inorganic solid? As we discussed, inorganic means they have never been alive. They are not made up from plants and animals. Then minerals are solids. Solids means they are not liquids like water or gases like air around us. Then they have definite chemical composition. Definite chemical composition means, yes, each mineral is made up of a particular mixture of chemical elements, and that is why we say that it has definite chemical composition. Right? Then we also say that it is made up of a specific atomic arrangement. Specific means a particular chemical arrangement or particular atomic arrangement. It is formed of atoms. The chemical elements that make up each mineral are arranged in a particular way. This is why we say that minerals grow as crystals. So we can say that minerals are also considered as the crystals. They form in crystals form, right? So in short, we can say that mineral is naturally occurring, means they are not made by humans. Then they are inorganic solid, that means they are not alive and they are not even liquid or gas. Then they have a definite chemical composition because each one is made up of a particular mixture of chemical elements, and they have specific atomic arrangement. Right? So this all is actually a mineral. Right? So now children, let us discuss more about minerals. Let us know more about minerals. Yes, minerals may be simple substances or very complex ones. Some minerals are very common while some are very rare. Right? Even rocks are formed from the minerals. As you know children that rocks are everywhere. They have been on the earth over 4 billion years. The rock you see might have been part of a mountain or even a part of a cave. it could have been stamped by a dinosaur. So rocks are an interesting way to know or discover about the history of the earth. And as we know that most of the rocks are made up of minerals, but there is a fact which we have to remember, that all rocks are not the same. All rocks are not the same means every rock has its own story. Do you know, children, early human artists used to paint on the rock walls, and some rocks are even composed of only one mineral, like limestone. Limestone is a sedimentary rock, as we know, and it is composed of the mineral calcite. Right? There are some minerals which are common and some minerals which are rare. So let us see that which are common, which are other type of minerals which occur in nature. Yes, there are some minerals like calcite, gypsum, mica, feldspath. They are common minerals, and these minerals are termed as non-metallic minerals. Then other minerals like gold, aluminium, silver, copper, iron are metallic minerals, right? So always remember that there is a difference between metallic minerals and non-metallic minerals. Calcite, gypsum, mica, feldspar are non-metallic ones, and gold, aluminium, silver, copper, iron are metallic minerals. Although in very small quantity, even our body needs minerals. Let us see. Yes, even our body needs some minerals such as sodium, calcium and iron for healthy growth and proper development of our body. So we can say that the minerals have numerous functions. Minerals are very helpful to us in many ways, right? And you will be amazed to know one more thing about gold, or more thing about a metallic mineral, that nearly 100 tons of gold bearing rock have to be mined to produce just 1 kg, 1 kilogram of gold. So you can see that how much tough it is to obtain one such mineral, right? And we use it in our everyday life. So there are many minerals which we use in our everyday life. The bulk of materials, the bulk of minerals are used for industrial needs also, such as for manufacturing of building materials, vehicles, for fuel, for making jewelry, for the gemstones, for appliances, for construction, for lubricants, for fertilizer, photography, drawing materials, cooking ingredients, utensils, toothpaste, appliances, etc., etc., etc. So there are many numerous uses, right? So now let us discuss about the use of rocks and minerals in detail. Yes, uses of rocks and minerals. You know, children, that almost everything we use in our daily life has some or the other connection with the rocks and minerals. Like today we build our houses out of dry wall made up of gypsum, and we also make cement from lime, right? So there are many such other examples also which we will be discussing, and we will be seeing that in which way rocks and minerals are used. As you know that most of us have never taken time to make up the connection between minerals and their purposes, and to realize their great importance to the society. Like we can make a salad by combining a variety of vegetables. Same way minerals also combine to form many rocks, right? We make cement out of lime called as calcite, which we discussed just now. We extract aluminium from the mineral bauxite to make aluminium foils and soda cans, right? So there are many such things which we use, right? For example, take a pakka house. The floor is covered with a kind of rock, usually marble, ceramic tiles or slate. The walls are made up of bricks and cement. The countertop of kitchen may be made up of marble, granite or some other kind of stone. The utensils which we use in cooking are mostly made up of iron, copper or aluminium. The door hinges are made up of steel or brass. Even our crockery is nothing but clay, right? So there are numerous ways, there are numerous things, minerals which we use in our daily life. Let us now start and discuss more about the use of rocks and minerals. Yes, for example, lead. Lead is a mineral which is used in batteries, right? Primarily it is used in the construction of batteries. Then it is also used as in the X-ray treatment by the doctor, and it is also used as a protective shield on your TV screen to protect you from the radiation which comes from that source from TV, right? Then copper is used for making copper wire to conduct electricity which is needed in our car, home, office, school, etc., right? Then aluminium is used for making aluminium foils, and aluminium is also used in cans, aircraft, automobile construction, sporting and electronic equipments also. Then clay is used to coat the pages of newspapers or magazines, as we saw, children. Also used in crockery. Our crockery is nothing but a clay, right? It is also used to coat pages of newspapers, magazines, stationery, brochures and boxes, so that the ink which is used in printing on them will appear bright, and it will not run. So we can say that clay is also used as a brightener and abrasive in toothpaste. And children, you will be amazed to know that clay is also used in medicines to provide a smooth coating for our stomach. There are other minerals like rocks and minerals like salt, which is used in food preservation, almost in all canned and frozen food, right? It is also, as you know, children, that salt is also used to enhance the taste of the foods, and it is used to melt the ice on the streets and highways during the winter. It is also used in the manufacturing of many chemicals, for paper making, for soaps, for detergents and for petroleum refining, right? And you will be amazed to know that stone, sand, gravel and cement are also used in streets, highways and sidewalks, in the foundation of our house, in school, in decorative materials for gardens, in water purification plants to protect our health, and also in the construction of buildings, for the most modest of homes to the world's tallest skyscrapers, right? Stone, sand, gravel and cement are used, right? So we can see that rocks and minerals are used in many places, in many ways, right? Let us discuss more precisely about these rocks and minerals. So let us first start with the rocks. Rocks are used as a building materials. Yes. Very long ago, our ancestors used rocks for the tools, and this was known as the Stone Age, the period of the human development which lasted for a long time, right? Why this was known as the Stone Age? Because very long ago, our ancestors used rocks for the tools, like obsidian and flint. They were used for knives and spears, right? As you know that we discussed about obsidian, it is formed by the quick cooling of lava. It is a type of igneous rock, and its property that is, it is usually black or dark colored, but it is very smooth and glassy, right? So it was used for knives and spears. Even river rocks were used to break other things, and caves were used as places to live. Why caves were used as places to live? Because they were also made up of very hard rocks, and even rocks were used to sit on it and to build fire pits. So depending upon what part of the world people lived in, this period was then followed by the Copper Age, in which copper was used, right, to melt it by using high heat. During this time, cities were being built and building stones were used a lot. So this building stones and rocks were used long years ago, and this was then followed by Copper Age and Bronze Age and all such ages. So Stone Age, Copper Age and Bronze Age, these were all going hand in hand, and during this time people learned how to mix minerals to provide the metals, metallic minerals like metals like copper, bronze, lead and tin. And then this period was followed by the Iron Age, in which iron was considered as very strong and it made very good and long lasting tools. And then these tools were also used, these tools were also used in many ways. This stone was shaped more easily, and many empires built buildings out of this iron. Many structures were built that still can be seen today. Then since that time period, people have built many cities and used minerals extensively. So in modern times we can say that we have been using rocks and minerals at an ever increasing rate, right, for building cities, and even we had consumed a great number of things in a lifetime. So our uses of rocks and minerals are in many ways. So we can say that most of the rocks which are used in the construction comes from the quarries. Quarries are the places where sand, gravel and stone are excavated for building materials, as you can see in the picture. This is a quarry. Quarry means this is a place where sand, gravel and stone are present, and then they are excavated for building materials, right? As you know that quarries are, you will be amazed to know that quarries are the great places to find fossil and mineral specimens, as well as since the blasting of the rocks exposes the rocks that are beneath the surface act as the quarries, right? Although wood, straw and mud is used for houses in some parts of the world, but most of the cities today are built of stones and metal. Right. So let us discuss more about the rocks that are used as building material. Yes, there are many rocks and minerals that are used to make buildings like concrete, steel, glass and wallboard are all common in the modern buildings. Like other examples, let us see other examples that are used as the building materials. Yes, granite. Granite is used to decorate the outer sides of the buildings as well as the tiles for the floors and counters. As you can see here, granite is used to decorate the outer sides of the buildings, and it is also used for the kitchen counters, right? And why it is used for the outer sides of the buildings and for kitchen counters? Because it is a hard stone that resists wear and weathering. Weathering means the breakdown of rocks, right? So it resists the breakdown of rocks, and that is why this hard stone is used in such construction, right? Let us see one more example about the rock that is used in building materials. Yes, marble. Marble is also used for the interior walls and floors because it is soft, as you can see here in this picture, right? So many buildings are made up of granite, marble and all such kind of rocks and minerals. So we can say that this has been taking place long years ago, and now a time the stone, concrete, all such things are used in the building of roads, highways, tunnels, bridges, airports, and even parking lots, right? So these rocks and minerals are used in many ways. Let us see in what other way rocks are used. Yes, rocks give us useful metals. Useful metal means many machines, as we can see in today's world, in today's time, that many machines or tools are made up of metals. Many different kinds of minerals are used in making of cars, planes and boats, as you can see in the pictures, right? So the process of making metals also involve other type of minerals like refining process and smelting process and all such processes, right? So in all such processes metals are used, right? Let us see in what other types rocks and minerals are used. Yes, metal is used in pop cans and cars, and they should be recycled once we no longer need them, right? So you can see here in this picture, these are the pop cans, right? You must be knowing about this. These are made up of metal, right? So children, have you ever imagined while drinking cold drink or having can that what it is made up of? Yes, this is made up of a metal. Why this is made up of a metal? Because metal is durable, means it will remain for longer period of time and is therefore used for the framework of buildings and also for some outdoor furniture. So we can say that outdoor furniture is made up of metal, and many structures which are many structures in which metal is used, it is used as the framework for such structures or buildings, right? So these are the rocks which are very useful to us as metals, right? Let us know more about rocks and minerals. Yes, some rocks also give us fuel, like coal. Coal is one of the most important sources of fuel, and it is primarily used in the generation of electricity. So it is used actually in the generation of electricity, and that is why it is considered as the most important source of fuel. As you must be knowing that about 24% of electricity is produced from the nuclear power plants, right? So how does this take place? How it comes? What is actually the coal used for? You know that coal is one of the most important sources of fuel, and that is why it is also used for heating, for electricity production, and also for moving engines, right? So as coal is used, even other things, other rocks are also used, which gives us fuel. Let us see. Yes, petroleum. Petroleum is a fossil fuel. Fossil means it is obtained from the buried remains of plants and animals, right? So it is a fossil fuel which is very valuable and is also called as the black gold, right? Because it is black in color, right? It gives us many different kinds of fuel such as LPG, CNG, diesel, petrol and kerosene. You must be knowing about all such fuels as we use in our daily life, right? Petroleum is also used in medicines, polishes, printing inks, dry cleaning, etc., etc. Right? So like coal and petroleum provide us with fuel, there is one more example which we will discuss which provide us with fuel. Yes, uranium. Uranium is a rare mineral that is used to produce tremendous amount of energy. So uranium provides us with energy, and this type of energy which is produced from the uranium is known as nuclear energy. As you can see in the picture, this is a nuclear plant which produces nuclear energy, right? Because here uranium mineral is used, right? So in the same way, uranium is used, even titanium is used as a metal, and other such minerals are also used which produces nuclear energy, and this nuclear energy is also very much helpful to us, right? Helpful to us in many ways, right? But it is also very harmful, so we have to take care about this, right? So children, now let's move on to another topic, that is rocks which are very precious to us and they are also used as gemstones. Yes, they are also used as gemstones, like ruby, sapphire, topaz, emeralds are all such minerals which are very precious and they are used as gemstones, because these are some of the minerals that grow in the form of crystals, because when they are polished, these are very beautiful and they are used in jewelry, right? So these are some of the very fine and very beautiful crystals which can be used in the form of gemstones, right? So let us discuss about one such precious rock. Yes, diamond. As you can see here in this picture, this is a diamond. When most people hear about diamonds, they think of jewelry, even though most diamonds are used in industry to cut and polish softer rocks and minerals. So you will be very amazed to know that one diamond can cut another diamond also, right? And diamond, to be seen, it is very beautiful and very shining crystal, right? And that is why it is also used in jewelry. So people have been making jewelry for thousands of years. Even precious metals like gold and silver are the most popular minerals which are used because of their beauty. Because of the beauty of these stones, these metals are used, right? Even some minerals are there which are used as fertilizers. Let us see. Yes, some minerals are used as fertilizers. We have taken one such example, that is sulfur. Sulfur is used in the manufacturing of fertilizer which is necessary to grow our food, then chemicals, then it is used in the manufacturing of sulfuric acid, then paper making, paint, detergents, explosives, drugs, dyes, etc. Right? There are some minerals such as sulfates and nitrates which are added as fertilizers to help the plants grow better. Then there is rock salt or kala namak, which is obtained from such rocks. Then chalk and talcum powder, all are examples which are derived from the rocks, right? So there are many rocks and minerals which we use. Even you will be amazed to know that talc is a mineral which is found in the talcum powder, which is the softest mineral of all, right? So children, I hope that you enjoyed today's session and learned many uses of rocks and minerals, right? So now we will meet in the next session with this same lesson with more such topics and we will learn about soil, right? Till then, keep learning, keep enjoying. Thank you children.